welcome back to my channel. My name is Sandra if you haven't been here before. Today I'm going to play with some makeup. So it's been I guess a couple of weeks at this video, or maybe a week or two since my Sephora haul. So I got new makeup. I'll link the video for you if you want to see it. And we're going to play with makeup today. I am going out for karaoke, of course. I mean, that's all I do other than be at home with my kids and work and work and work. You could call me a workaholic. I'm working right now. I am enjoying a venti, like it looks like there's nothing in there because I always get light ice and then I take the ice out when I get home so it doesn't dilute it because I'm a freak and I need caffeine. You don't want to know how many shots of espresso were in this drink. So that being said, we're going to do makeup. Now, I have this foundation, the Danessa Myricks Beauty Yummy Skin Blurring Balm Powder for Face and Eyes. I am not sold on this. You guys, I have really dry skin. And so when I put this on the first time, I put it on the way it was recommended to be put on with my fingers. First of all, I hate application of anything with my fingers. I hate it, okay? I hate getting product on my fingers, and I feel like I can't get it even if I have it with my fingers. I feel like a brush or like a Tati Blendiful or a makeup sponge like this is way easier to blend out product. However, it is a balm powder. So it's a balm, which is like a liquid to powder formula. It changes into a powder, but once it was on, I noticed I had weird areas on my skin. I had dry flakes. I had like, I could see my pores. It just didn't look good. Speaking of pores, I am going to have to put some of this on. So I'm going to start this process by moisturizing, but I think I need to fill with primer too. So I'm going to use my Caudalie Beauty Elixir. So keep in mind when I did try that product, I tried it bare skin. I didn't have moisturizer on. I didn't have primer. I never used setting spray. So, I mean, that's not how you want to apply your makeup if you're going out for a night. So I'm going to do it the right way. I say that like this because I think that there's lots of right ways to do makeup. I just don't think that what I did was the most effective for my skin type. And that's why we're testing this again, because I don't even know if it's going to be good for my skin type at all. So first, like what they recommend is putting on the Danessa Myricks Moisture Repair Balm Serum first. This is a moisturizing and repairing balm serum for face and body. It says designed in USA but made in Italy from domestic and international materials. I think that's so cool. Designed in Italy. Anyway, I've used this a handful of times. You can see here. I don't know if that was my daughter getting in there. I have already moisturized my skin. So what I've done today, and this is really going to add that moisture in there. So my primer is probably not even going to work. I've put on my Skin Fix cream right after my shower. So that's a barrier ceramide moisturizer. And like I was telling you before, I was saying before in my previous video when I was trying out the products the first time, I have extremely dry skin. We also live in a province, so I'm from Alberta, Canada. We live in a province that has really cold temperatures, really hot temperatures in summer, but it's really dry here. We don't have any bodies of water to make things a little bit more manageable. That's why it's so hot and cold here, because we just don't have that big body of water to like regulate our temperature, like Ontario or like somewhere near an ocean. So and then it's also really windy here, and the wind just is probably the worst culprit, I would have to say. Like, it's really, really drying. So I invest in really good skincare that is going to take care of my skin. And I do change my skincare routine according to whether it's winter or summer. I do tend to use a bit of a lighter product in summer. And also in daytime, I tend to use a little bit of a lighter product. But at nighttime, I like a heavy, thick lotion or cream moisturizer that's going to protect my skin and kind of repair overnight. So that's on, but now I feel like I need some primer. So I'm going to use my Caliray on my nose and around my like mouth area, I think, and my forehead. I should have bought a new one of these too. I might still, because I've actually really, really like this primer, Caliray by It's called So Blown. It's a clean blurring primer. So it's blurring, but I feel like it fills in my pores at the same time. I like to put this like up my forehead a little bit. It smells good too. It's kind of got that benefit. Put it on my chin, around my mouth, and then especially around my nose. Okay, and then a secondary primer, because my face is feeling kind of wet and icky. So I feel like I've got too much product on my face already. I'm going to go in with the One Size Secure the Sweat, and hopefully this will prevent my makeup from running around my face. I mean, not that it would, because again, this is actually meant for skin that's not necessarily dry. I watched that on Tati's video. She's like, this is meant for people with not dry skin. And I'm like, well, I do have dry skin, but I also really liked this product in summer and I couldn't quit talking about it. So it just kind of prevented your skin from getting sweaty and it kept the makeup on longer. So even though I have dry skin, I feel like with a proper skincare routine before makeup, I feel like I can still get away with using this primer. So I put that on too. And now my skin feels good. Like it feels kind of gross. It feels good and gross at the same time. That made no sense at all. I'm just going to dry it. It feels good in that I don't feel that tightness. So people with dry skin, the ladies and my gents, you guys will know that feeling, right? Like it feels tight and just uncomfortable. And that's a lot of times. I'll always remember to do my moisturizing routine in the evening, but sometimes in the daytime, I tend to forget. And then I get downstairs and I start working, drinking my coffee. And then I'm like, why is my skin so tight? And it's simply because I forgot to moisturize in the morning. So then I'll just skip back upstairs and come back up and simply moisturize. So I think this is actually helping. I didn't think it was going to, but it actually is helping. So we're drying the face a little bit. I feel like it's a good texture right now. It feels a bit tacky, so it's a little like balmy, and I think this is going to be a good starting point for this foundation. I'm worried about this foundation, and this is why I'm testing it again, because I'm like, well, if it's really bad, I'm going to send it back. I'm not going to waste, I don't know, it was $50, $60. I like it because it gives you more product than those stick foundations. I was tempted by the Anastasia one. I was tempted by the Dior one. I really like Dior. I've been getting into Dior more, if that makes sense. Yeah, but I feel like this gives you more product than those stick foundations. I don't actually know if that's true, but I feel like it does. So I'm going to go in with my sponge. Or should I go in with a brush? What do you guys think? Brush first and then sponge? I have a makeup brush. I'm going to use this one. This is a dual fiber powder blush brush. I feel like I want to use it. I do have a foundation brush, but I just don't want to put it on that thick. So I'm going to use this and see what happens here. Ooh. We're going to maybe blend it out with the sponge after and see what the water content does to the product. It's light, okay? So it doesn't look that light. It looks like my skin color, but it's light. And I definitely don't like the application with a brush. Maybe I'm just using the wrong brush, but I don't like the application. Which is why we go back in later with a sponge. I mean, I also didn't like the application with my fingers, so that's not saying much. And I rarely ever use a brush anymore with foundation. Like, look at the color difference. Like, on my jaw, it's fine, but on my forehead, this is the color of my forehead. It's so dark still from summer. And now I look like a ghost. I'm a ghost. You can't see me. Okay, so that's not blending in at all. And my skin is not soaking up any product because it's so moisturized. So I'm going to go in with this damp sponge. Let's see if the other one's less damp. No, it's about the same. Okay, so this is Real Techniques sponge. And I'm just going to go in and blend it. I think this is going to give me the best look. And plus it's damp. So it's going to pick up a little bit of the product and just give me a really nice overall look here. And I like doing this too because it picks up excess product on my forehead. And my forehead really doesn't need excess product. It does tend to settle into the fine lines and my expression lines. I have really deep forehead expression lines, okay? And it's just not a good look when your foundation settles in there. All right, you guys, you know what? I haven't worn this at all, but so far, if I'm looking at my skin up close, my forehead looks a little chalky, but the rest of my face, I'm really liking how this looks. So what it's going to do is give you an all over color, right? Like it lightened my forehead, taking away a little bit of the product of this, but my skin feels glowy. I look glowy. It doesn't feel dry. I'm not getting those weird dry spots on my skin like I was before. I can blend it down my neck a little bit. Blend it into my hairline. And then I think what we're going to do is touch everything up with concealer. I do actually, like, I think it was over summer, I just stopped using foundation altogether and just used concealer. I'm using the Westman Atelier concealer in shade Light 3. It's Atelier L3. This has actually become one of my favorite products. Cover up that little spot, cover up the veining around my nose. And I'm going to highlight with it a little bit as well. So yeah, it's definitely become one of my favorite concealers. I'm also going to contour at the same time. I'm using the Rare Beauty Solace Liquid Contour. Solace is the shade name. I'm pleasantly surprised with the foundation. I'm very happy because I was like, I really like Danessa Myricks. I don't want to send it back yet. I'm not ready to do that. I'm going to come back in here and put some on my nose right there. Usually I put bronzer on my forehead. That's where I would normally bronze. Bronzer on my forehead and contour everywhere else, but we're doing it backwards for some reason today. I'm going to use this one for my concealer, and I'm going to use this one for blush and contour. So let's do the nose first. Darken that up. So anyway, tonight I feel kind of bad. So my husband got told that he was not going to be working the weekend, so he's off tomorrow, and I was trying to get my mom to babysit so he could come as well. So of course, when he works, he was he was supposed to work tomorrow. So then work canceled, and I was like, oh, bummer, because my mom decided not to babysit. She just wasn't feeling herself, and she wasn't feeling good. So I couldn't get a babysitter, and so he can't go. So he's stuck at home with the kids, because I was intending to go out anyway. I usually do on a Friday, especially when he's working. And when he's working, I don't tend not to feel that bad, right? Because he's got to work anyway. So it's not like he can come out anyway. But now that he could technically come out, we just couldn't get my mom to babysit. Now I feel bad. So kind of a bummer, but I'll try to make it up to him tomorrow. Okay, so I've blended out the contour. I'm okay with that. I like the cheeks. Cheeks look good. I'm going to blend out the concealer now. And then I'm going to take that contour and add a little bit on the nose. I'll show you what I do there. Blend everything out, make it look seamless. And then we're going to go in and do brows. So I might have to come back in with the sponge and touch up the under eyes after, but that's no problemo. So yeah, so anyway, I was planning on going to karaoke anyway, and I've got my personal friends, I say my personal friends, the peeps that I hang out with all the time, they're going. But I also am, and I've actually got ready a little bit earlier today, so I'm not as much of a rush. It's only, karaoke starts about 9. It's only 7:39, so I'm like way early, but it's good because my little one has to have a bath by 8, so I'll get to like say goodbye to him before my husband takes him upstairs into bed and stuff. Okay, so what I do is, like, I shouldn't have put concealer on my nose right there. I put a little bit right here, and then if you put it underneath, like here, and then you blend it, what happens is it kind of creates like a button nose. So then I'll highlight just the tip of the nose. So I just blend that like that, and I'm going to let it dry down so it actually stays. But you blend it, and then it kind of, like, depending on the shape of your nose, it turns into like a button nose. So I'll just let it dry down a bit, not blend it out too much. Okay, and then it makes your nose look a little bit more petite, especially if you have a bigger nose. And I mean, I don't have a huge nose, but it's definitely like a long nose. I have got some Norwegian in me. I am Norwegian and apparently Russian. I thought for the longest time I was German, but apparently I'm Russian. So go figure. And then I'm going to do eyebrows. So I'll do eyebrows off camera. I'll be right back. Okay guys, the eyebrows are done. I did them a little bit like thicker and darker than I normally do. I'm going to be doing a dark smoky eye. So what I should have done off camera was I should have gone and I should have done my liner. So I'm going to do that. So I will be back one more time. Okay guys, we are done the liner. So it looks pretty good. I just have to point this out. I did have this in my haul too because I ran out. I needed to buy a new one. But I swear by the Rare Beauty it's Perfect Strokes Long Wear Gel Eyeliner in the shade True Black. This has been my go-to for the past like year. I absolutely love it. It has been my favorite and I just can't get enough of it. Okay, I'm going to line lips and put lipstick on because I just feel like I need to. So I'm using my Anastasia Beverly Hills lip liner in the shade Cool Brown. And then I've got my two new lip products. My Big Lip Plumpgasm by Charlotte Tilbury in the shade Chocolate Strawberry or Strawberry Chocolate. And then I'm going to use the YSL Love Shine Plumping Lip Oil Gloss in the shade 100. What was it called? I can't remember now, but it was like the new one, like the new Christmas release, the lighter colored one. There were two. There was a pink one and then a lighter colored one. Oh, and just before I line that, I'm actually going to highlight it. So I've also got my House Labs highlighter. This is like the, oh, it doesn't even say it's a shade Pure Glass. Oh, right here, Bio Radiant Glassy Highlighter Balm. I'm obsessed with the clear one. I'm going to put this on the nose too. I'm obsessed. It's the weirdest thing, but I absolutely love it. Like, doesn't it look so good? It's like shiny. You can't even see it on camera, but I can see it and it's beautiful. I'm going to see how it works with my blush, or maybe I'll try the other color on my cheeks. I don't know. Okay, so then I didn't like fill them out or anything. I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury. It smells so good. It smells like chocolate strawberry. It's pink. I love that. I do still prefer, I'll show you, my Faux filler by Huda Beauty in She Flirty. It's a little bit of a lighter pink. I do still prefer this color though. Definitely more glassy. Oh, I'm going to take all three of them. And this one's going on top just for fun because I can, because they're mine. Oh, this one does not smell good. Ooh, love it. No, that's not like, oh, that's pretty. Okay, I'm obsessed. So I need blush because I'm missing something. I'm going to do blush and then we're going to do setting spray. So I got the Dior blush. This is Dior Backstage Rosy Glow Stick in the shade 077 Candy. I had no idea how to open it. I'm obsessed with this too. How do I open it? Just like that. It goes boop. I'm such a weirdo. So I'm going to roll it up a little bit. Make a swipe on the cheek. Love it, love it, love it. I think this is a first Dior blush. No, I do have a powdered Dior blush. This is really nice. I'm going to take this side of the sponge and blend it. think I need a little bit more. I always need more blush. Blush is amazing. I'm obsessed with blush. Can you tell? I only have a bazillion palettes. So let me know if that's something that you guys want to see, if I talk about my makeup. So I was thinking maybe do like a reading video, but also just like do like talk about all of the products I have in my collection. You know what? There's probably some foundations I need to revisit. I tend to do that. I'll open them up, try them, and be like, meh, it's okay, or the color might not be right, and I'll keep it because I'll be like, I can mix it with another product, but then I never do, and then I just don't use it. Have you done that? I do that a lot. Okay, I'm gonna add. Ooh, do I want to add this first? Maybe. I don't have to blend this out either. I'm just gonna put it on. Oh my god. Doesn't smell like anything. A little bit on the brow. Oh, even on the inner corner. That doesn't pick up as good. But, ooh. Okay, setting spray. And then shadow. I'm going to do a sparkly, like, smoky eye. So, see, forehead lines crease already. Why? Okay. Fan the face. Fan the face. How's it looking? It's actually pretty good, you guys. I am really happy. The only thing is, I noticed when I did this Sephora haul, my order came to the same that it did when I like bought tons of stuff. So I feel like prices have gone up drastically, and I know they have because of the tariffs, because of just like all the things. Oops, just because like all of the things going on. But I'm just like, why? It's so unfair. Like, why can't things just stay the same? I like change, just not like increased price change, you know? Okay, now for the shadow. I'm excited. This is coming together so nice. I'm using the Patrick Ta for Eyes Major Dimension Eye Illusion Eyeshadow Duo in the shade Still at the Club. So that is the brown. Ooh, so exciting. And I don't want fallout, so what we're going to do is take a brush. I have cleaned all my brushes, which is very good. I'm very good. I'm going to take this brush. This is a Sigma E25 blending brush. But I'm going to spray it with setting spray, and we're going to dip it into the darker shadow. So I'm not really doing like, it's going to be a smoky, shimmery eye, but I'm not doing like a matte base or anything. I'm just going to go right in with the shimmer. But now it's going to be super shimmery because I'm using a setting spray. Whoa. Okay, and we're going to put this on the lower lash line too. We're going to smoke out the liner. Beautiful. I love this. And then we're going to add, maybe I'll just add like the shimmery color right on the middle of the eye. That would be cool. So I'm going to get it as close to the lash line as I can. And then after, like while I'm waiting for this to dry, because like I'll buff out the like the edges, I will go and line my upper lash line with Too Faced Better Than Sex Black Liquid Liner, because that's my favorite. We might have to touch this color up after, but that's no problemo. I was like, I'm not sure what this is going to look like because I'm wearing green leggings and I'm wearing a black shirt. And I'm like, generally black and brown don't go together. But I mean, I do have black eyeliner. So that would be the same as saying like, oh, your black eyeliner doesn't go with your brown eyeshadow. But we all know it does. So maybe it won't matter because it's a neutral. It's really pretty. And it's already pretty sparkly. I think I'm going to have to pick up more of these shadows, you guys, because these are really nice. I'm reluctant to go on the lash line with that color. That's such a big like brush. So I'm going to take a pencil brush. wet that as well and do the same thing. Dip it into the product and then get it all gooey on there. Get it all gooey and then put this on the lower lash line. Okay, so it looks like a mess right now, guys, but we will clean this up. You know that it is all about the process. So I'm going to line the upper lash line and we'll be back to blend everything out. Be right back. All right, that was really quick and painless. I'm going to take a smaller brush now to blend it out. It is dry. I feel like it's dry. So I'm going to start with the lower lash line. Oh, I feel like this brush is very non-blendy. It wasn't bending for me for some reason. Now, Patrick Ta has really good products. So these are going to blend out like a dream. All his products, like his skin products, I have a lot actually. I love his blushes. I've got the, I don't know, I can't remember what it's called, the Balm. Anyway, I put it on my skin. And I've got the setting, not the setting spray, but the spray that smells the same, and it's like for hair and body, and it smells delicious. I'm gonna use the large one, and we're just gonna go up a little higher here. I think it's sufficiently blended. What do you guys think? It's pretty dark. I'm going to take the other side now. I don't know if I want to use it without, or just maybe I'll spray one side. I'm using the small brush that has a clean side, and I'm going into the lighter color. It's going to give this like spark of color. It's basically just really, really shimmery. Whoa. Okay, very shimmery. It almost looks like a bright color there. I'm just going to set those brushes aside, and then I'm going to do mascara and lashes. We'll be right back, and I'll show you guys what that looks like, and then we'll kind of come back and see if there's anything else that we need. We'll be right back. Okay, guys, we are back. Eyelashes are on. I feel like it looks pretty good. I'm actually just going to set underneath my eyes. So I'm going to take my setting spray, I'm going to take my powder, and I'm just going to put a little bit of powder underneath my eyes. Just a tad. And then I had to be careful because some of the mascara and then some of the shadow fell down here. And then this stuff is really like, it's literally wet. So I had to be careful. I'm just going to put a little bit more on. It's really pretty though. That's so nice. So I've already put a little bit up there. I don't need much there. Blow it on the chin. And then on the inner corner, I don't know if I can get it there. I don't want it to melt my makeup. So I will use my Mary Lou by the Balm and a little brush. If I can find my teensy tiny brush. This is a lip brush, but I use it for inner corner. Just right here. Brightens up the inner corner. Okay, and that's all we need. So I'm going to do another coat of setting spray. I feel like, are we good for blush? I think we're good for blush. Okay, so now we just need to do a lot of fanning. So yeah, you know what, you guys? I'm really happy with my new makeup. I think it looks so good. And the foundation, I think it's perfect. As long as I use like a lot of moisturizer before, so that Yummy Skin Balm, I mean, it's meant to work together. And I think it did. It worked out great. I think it looks really gorgeous. The eyes are so shimmery and dark. I love it. So it looks like I've got light hair here, but that's just the ends of my hair. I'm still growing it out. And then once I'm done growing out, I'm going to dye it, I think. So it's not that light. Let me just put my hair down so we can see what it looks like all together. Probably have to brush it out again. It was straight. I had it blow dried, but it's kind of sticking on my Patrick Ta stickiness here. There. All right, you guys, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I think it looks so cute. All right, have a wonderful night. I hope you guys have a good date night. If you are going out too, be safe, especially if you have snow where you live. We have lots of snow. It snowed today, at least like 3 inches. Joy for us. So take it easy. Have a great week ahead, you guys. And please give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. If you are new, please subscribe. Click on the bell button to be notified when I post new videos. And I'll see you all next time. Bye.